Good morning. I now call this meeting of the Pinellas County School Board, March 10th, 2022, to order. We're going to have a Pledge of Allegiance, then we will do adoption of agenda, and then we will do public comments on the agenda items. We'll finish our meeting, and once we close our meeting, then we will have another opportunity for speakers. All right? So with that, will you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, Lisa, go ahead. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. At this time, I'm going to turn this over to Mrs. Cook, who will lay out the agenda. Mrs. Cook?
Do you want me to speak to what happened, or just, you want the motion right now? Yes. All righty. Then I make a motion that we adopt the superintendent qualifications as were agreed to in the session previously. That would be the 8:30 work session that held today.
Okay. So Mr. Cook and Mr. Dudley second. At this time, Mrs. Hauk, are there any speakers?
I thought we were doing this and then that.
Madam Chair, board members, and Dr. Grego, we have one speaker for the agenda item, Ms. Angela Taylor-Sweet.
Okay.
Do we have a microphone that we can take to her as opposed to her having to come up?
Oh.
Okay, she's got help now. Okay.
You're bringing
We're
the mic
good. We're
to
good.
her. There we go.
It might make it a little easier.
Okay, sorry. You put this down now?
3 minutes.
All righty. Thank you. Right here? There you go. I'm on? You're on. Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Angela Taylor-Sweet, National Council on Educational Policy, affiliated faith-based organizations of America. And one of the things that we do is nationwide superintendent search. A company, an organization that does the same thing as the Florida School Board Association does. And what we wanted this morning was to give another perspective on the unique qualities that's critical for every superintendent in the nation. In that, climate control adaptation. We're in a pandemic. The world is changing literally. And so we want to make sure that the superintendent not only is sensitive to the climate change adaptation in all communities, but also are willing to move into areas of adjusting policies and practices that have impeded potential to sustain poverty in every industry. And additionally, we'd like to see a superintendent who will be adamant about putting prayer back into schools. Prayer, study of the word of God, because you just said the Pledge of Allegiance. We're one nation under God. So we need to get God honor in our school system. So we're looking for a superintendent who's willing to do that. So I was kept from participating in the meeting this morning. And even after I spoke with those in charge, and they refused to let me in that meeting to give another perspective. That's all I wanted to do. I wasn't going to put anybody down, was not going to accuse anybody of anything, but there's some things you left out. And Dr. Greco did an excellent job. But let me tell you something. But the pandemic exposed some things. Because those children who, a generation of kids who can't read, now have children of their own. And during the pandemic, they couldn't teach their kids because they couldn't read. So that's a problem. So we need a superintendent who would deal with these situations and not keep pushing it to the side. You cannot desegregating schools without dealing with the mortgage covenants, like redlining. And discrimination in lending and what have you. You can't deal with discrimination, desegregating schools. It won't happen. You've got to deal with community issues. So the thing is, our superintendent has to be able to do that. And my desire to be a part of that meeting this morning, I was kept from doing it. My civil rights were violated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sweet. All right, are there any other speakers?
No, Madam Chair, there are no more speakers.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Cook and a second by Mr. Dudley. All in favor of the qualifications for our new superintendent, say aye.
Before we do that, may I address some of the issues? We have things in here that talk about resilience for the qualifications. We also made sure that we added to our qualifications that we were going to look at academics, both those that need the advancement and acceleration that way, as well as closing the achievement gap and those types of things. So I think we have addressed those two issues. The one issue of prayer is not something over which we have authority. That is a federal law, and we will abide by those laws. Now, if people want to work to get that changed, that's up, to them. But as long as that law is in place, that's what we'll be doing. So I think we have covered the things that the community also brought forward, and I think we're well on our way to move forward with these qualifications.
Agreed. And Ms. Edmond was very right when she added the diversity of the community. So, yes, you're right, Ms. Cook. All right, so all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And no opposed. It passes 7-0. Okay. At this time, I'm going to adjourn the meeting, and we will take comments from the public, and then we'll come back and we'll do our evaluation.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.